more on the ambassador program. We've got Joshua next. Joshua, are you around? Oh, there you are. Hey, Josh. Thank you for joining. Over to you.
Right. Thank you so much. I'm excited for this session. My name is Josh. I'm a Gold Student Ambassador and also a student at Dedan Kimathi University in Kenya. I've been a student ambassador for the last 2 years, and through this program, it has really empowered me to be the person I am, made me achieve things I really couldn't think I would have achieved at this young age. So I'm super excited to share to you about the Student Ambassador Program and how you can apply, how you can be part of it, and actually why you need to apply. So rather why you need to be part of these to be part of this community. So my session is be a force for good. That's kind of the mantra for the Student Ambassador Program, because student ambassadors are about creating an impact in their local communities. And I'll start this off by talking about the Microsoft mission, because I believe that's what all student ambassadors do. Microsoft's mission is about empowering every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. And student ambassador, the student ambassador program with itself, it's actually students are empower their local communities, or rather fellow students in their community as well, whether it's by helping them learn new skills or helping them get started with skills around cloud computing, or maybe learning a new programming language. That's what you'll find most of the student ambassadors actually doing. And there's this quote by Microsoft CEO that every company is a software company, and you have to start thinking and operating like a digital company. It's not just about procuring a solution. So essentially what this entails is that businesses are transforming to become more and more digitally oriented, getting digital skills. I don't know whether my slides, someone can confirm whether my slides are on the screen. They're saying the digital transformation is evident in almost all industries, and successful organizations are making the most of their transformational journey by empowering people with the right technology. And actually, student ambassadors, they really help in the achieving of this overall goal of the digital transformation in these businesses, by helping skilled students who in turn are able to learn these new technologies. They are able to understand how technology is influencing our lives and how it's transforming everything around us. And if you were to look at the business trends, every business is becoming a software business, building applications using advanced analytics, providing SaaS services. And most of these organizations are looking into bringing AI to bring digital transformations in their businesses. And before, cloud was how you would do compute, but now it's more of where you actually do your compute. And it is estimated that 90% of the companies in the market are using cloud services and intelligence, and data is being generated all over the world, different industries. The total amount of data created in the world is forecast. It increases every year exponentially, and this rapid development of digitalization contributes to the ever-growing global data sphere. And you might be wondering, I've started all this talk with how technology is influencing our lives and how businesses are becoming digitally transformed, and you may be wondering, how do you as a student, how do you fit into this space? So the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors is a global community of on-campus ambassadors who lead in their tech circles. They help students in their community develop technical and career skills for the future. So a student ambassador will be involved in helping the community of students in his institution or in his local community skill up, get these skills. And it's a global community, so you're able to amplify your impact both locally and globally using by help of this program. And the community is big. it spans over 85 countries, and there's a huge chance that there's a student ambassador-led community just around you. And if there is none, I'll be talking about how you can apply to become a student ambassador in an upcoming slide. So, who are student ambassadors? So, as a student ambassador, you'll find yourself maybe leading a hackathon. In my experience as a student ambassador for the last 2 years, I have been able to organize several hackathons. Some through the Microsoft Africa Development Center here in Nairobi. We've collaborated on a few hackathons, like you remember the Game of Learners. There was the Game of Learners hackathon that was hosted some months ago. That was student ambassador led, and it helped several students from across different universities in the country learn new skills ranging from DevOps, cloud computing, and how to build software in a, or rather how software is actually built in the industry. So as a student ambassador, that's one of the few things you'll find yourself doing, leading a hackathon with help mostly by other student ambassadors, and also you'll have a backup from the Microsoft ambassador, the Microsoft student ambassador team. And of course, if you're within Africa, the Microsoft Africa Development Center has been engaged so much with the students and with the student ambassadors, and they are helping student ambassador run these hackathons, helping students around. Like in a week's time, there will be another student ambassador-led hackathon, still with the ADC, that is also led by Microsoft student ambassadors. You'll also find yourself hosting digital events. So as a student ambassador, you'll find yourself maybe working hand in hand with other ambassadors from different parts of the world, sometimes with local ambassadors, to host digital events. Like the whole of this year, because of the pandemic, all the events have been virtual. Most of the student ambassador events have been virtual, and it was at this time you found like student ambassadors are able to are able to reach out to other ambassadors and be able to create this community of students as well. So you'll find yourself hosting digital events. You'll also find yourself offering guidance to other students, being a mentor to most of these students, and you'll also find yourself collaborating with ambassadors in the league and using technology to solve real-world challenges together. So Donna had mentioned about student ambassador running these leagues. So as a student ambassador, you'll be in charge of you might find yourself leading in a league. So essentially what a league is, it's like a small community within the student ambassador program that enables you to collaborate with other student ambassador, use technology, build solutions to solve real world problems. There are some exciting leagues from things like green technology, and you'll find yourself collaborating with other ambassadors, like-minded ambassadors interested in the same topic, and building solutions towards that. So essentially, as a student ambassador, apart from skilling up yourself, you'll help other other students in your community skill up, and on top of that, you'll also collaborate and solve real world problems as well. The Microsoft Learn ambassadors as well. You may be wondering, once I joined, I have never led in a community before. I've just been a student. I have never been in charge of a community before. I've never been in charge of a tech group before. And you may be wondering, when I join, how do I forge my way forward? How do I grow my skills? So essentially, it's very simple. You just find something you're passionate about, whether it's around cloud computing, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things. Like, I'll take an example with myself. I was really, really passionate about Internet of Things and artificial intelligence, and how I could solve problems in my community using these two technologies. And once I joined the Student Ambassador Program, I had a huge opportunity, or rather huge platform for me to learn through the various talks that are, or rather the various sessions that are organized for student ambassadors by the program. You have this opportunity to learn how IoT is being used in by Microsoft to solve some real world challenges. And I was able to learn that. I was able to skill myself up around that. And I was able to build my community around whatever I had learned. So as you can see from the slide, that was me back in 2018 when so back in 2018, yeah, after I joined the Student Ambassador Program, and after learning about Internet of Things, I started hosting these IoT-based sessions in my institutions and helping other students get started with Internet of Things and see how they can be able to solve problems around them using IoT. And after everything I had learned within the program and building this community around Internet of Things in my community, in my institution, I finally was able to form a team of a team of students whom we were able to participate in the Microsoft Imagine Cup 2020, and we built an IoT based solution around based on what we had been learning for that period of time. So it's very simple. Just look for what you're passionate about. If what you love most is Power Platform, then learn about it and then help other students learn the same. So start skilling other students around whatever you've learned, whatever you know, whatever you love, and by and by you'll be able to form that community of students around you. So it basically starts with what you're passionate about and you learning it, putting time and effort to learn, and then leading others towards your mission, helping others get behind you and what you're doing as well. So maybe you're asking, what are the benefits of joining the Student Ambassador Program? Well, once you join the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador Program, you join in as once you join into the program, and there are these different milestones in which are a way of providing growth for you as a student in the ambassador program. So you join in as an alpha, and as an alpha member of the program, you have access to 150 monthly Azure credits, a Visual Studio Enterprise subscription. You also have an exam voucher to take one of the Microsoft certification exams. So like if you want to take the Azure Fundamentals exam, the ambassador program will provide for you an exam voucher for you to take that exam. And also you get the TechSmith, Camtasia, and Snagit benefits as well to help you create your tutorials and edit your videos for your sessions. For you to move from alpha to beta, you need to organize at least an event. So you need to organize one event within your community, help other students learn what you've been learning as well. And then once you're promoted to the beta milestone, you have access to all alpha benefits. You get there's a swag kit that is shipped to you. Event support. So like in the case where you're organizing in-person events, you'll have event support ranging from things like Subway, where you'll have Subway providing meals for your event, so that like you can focus on running the event and worry less in terms of your event support. You'll also get mentorship and access to the Student Ambassador Summit. So the Student Ambassador Summit happens in the different regions. So, like for example, in Africa, we fall in the EMEA, in the Europe, Middle East, and Africa region. So you might find yourself attending the Student Ambassador Summit, which happens in Amsterdam, and you meet all these ambassadors from different parts of the region, and that improves, or rather that helps you grow your network as well as a student ambassador. And the last milestone as a student ambassador is the gold milestone. So gold milestone gives you access to all the alpha and beta benefits, and you have access to special events and speaking engagements. Like for example, earlier this year, I was a speaker also. I was a panel speaker at Microsoft Build. Student ambassadors were also speakers. Gold student ambassadors are also speakers in the Microsoft Ignite that happened some few months ago. that happened some few months ago, and you'll find yourself as a gold ambassador having access to these events where you can be able to showcase what you've learned as an ambassador and have an opportunity for visibility outside your local community. So you may also be invited to the MVP program, which is the most valuable professional program by Microsoft, and also you also get mentorship from Microsoft MVPs. So these are benefits which you will get as a student ambassador. But above all that, I believe there is more than, whatever I had outlined in the previous slide. And that is like the program enables you to earn recognition that separates your resume from the pack. And the reason this happens is because through the ambassador program, you're able to get skills ranging from leadership, teamwork, collaboration, and all of these. Because of your engagement as a student ambassador, you get the opportunity to have these skills added on your resume, which doesn't happen to most of other students who just get into the school and learn only. But the student ambassador program will help you gain these both soft and technical skills, which you will require for your career. The ambassador program will also give you the experience of working with teams. It will connect you with like-minded students and Microsoft employees, and it will equip you with leadership skills. Talking from a personal experience, through the ambassador program, I was able to form my team for the Imagine Cup, and my team and I managed to get to the regional finals in Europe, Middle East, and Africa. So it was through the program that I was able to form this network of other students and other ambassadors, and we were able to form our team and participate in the Imagine Cup. On top of that, the program equips you with leadership skills, as I had mentioned, and most of all, it gives you connects you with Microsoft employees, who in turn provide mentorship, and they're able to help you, in the course of you as you're trying to define your career path. This has been really beneficial for me. My interaction with the Microsoft employees, especially at the Africa Development Center, and the kind of mentorship that you receive, I don't think it's mentorship that you get anywhere else, because it's at a personal level, and they are able to interact with you at a personal level, and they are able to help you figure out the next steps you should take, whether it's within your career or out of your whether it's while you're still a student or after you complete your studies and are preparing for your career. On top of that, the platform will give you an opportunity to amplify your impact in your local community. Before I joined the student ambassador program, there wasn't that clear-cut community or that well-defined community of students, of Microsoft student ambassadors in the country. And after joining the program, in a span of 2 years, our community has grown from almost zero students who are actively involved in activities with the student ambassador program to more than 1,500 students who are part of our community at the moment. So the student ambassador program provided that platform whereby we could be able to amplify our impact and our reach to very many students, apart from those within our local campus. So if you would want to have that opportunity to have an impact to students, not just within your local institution, and have a wide impact, the student ambassador program offers that, because you're able to collaborate with ambassadors in different regions, even if it's within your country, in different regions, in different institutions, and together you can collaborate and form one large community that has an overall huge impact. So I've discussed about the student ambassador program and its benefits and why you should actually apply to the student ambassador program. So what I would actually challenge all students out there is apply to the student ambassador program today. It's at studentambassadors.microsoft.com. The application process is pretty pretty simple. You just need to fill out a form and provide the necessary information, and student ambassadors are selected after every quarter. So if you apply now, you should be considered for to join the program in January. So the applications are reviewed quarterly. So like the last batch of ambassadors will join the program in September, and the next batch will be joining the program in January. On top of that, if you're in a country where there is an ambassador who is actively involved in the community, I would really encourage you to work with a student ambassador, because it helps you get started once you join the program. You at least will know what it takes to run a community, what it takes to form a community as well. The other thing that I would really encourage you, apart from joining the Student Ambassador Program, is to also participate in the Microsoft Imagine Cup competition. So the Imagine Cup competition is a global student competition that also provides you a global stage for you to showcase your ideas, as a student. So it's a competition that is open to all students, regardless of their background, and gives you that platform to showcase what you're able to do. On top of that, it provides mentorship, which again is one of the most valuable things that has really enabled me, was the mentorship that I gained within the Student Ambassador Program and also within the Microsoft Imagine Cup. So that's it about the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador Program, and also about the Imagine Cup, which also is a program, or rather a competition for students by Microsoft. And as I wind up, I would like to wind up with this quote by Mark Weiser: "The most profound technologies are those that disappear, weave themselves into the fabric of everyday life until they are indistinguishable from it." As I always say in almost all my talks, technology is everywhere, embedded in the day-to-day activities we engage in. And as a student, more than ever, now is the most important time to be involved in technology, whether it's even if it's not in active building of tech. Just know something about technology, because it will directly influence how we live our lives and also our livelihood in the future. So it will be very much important to at least have a say in how technology is built, and how technology is used, both how it's built and how it's used. And the only way to do that is at least knowing something about technology. And joining the Student Ambassador Program is one sure way of knowing how technology is evolving in different parts of the world. So thank you so much. If you'd like to reach out to me, you can always reach out on LinkedIn or on Twitter. Thank you.
All right, thanks so much, Josh. Really appreciate you giving us that overview of the Student Ambassador Program. From my post in Seattle, had a chance to interact with some of the student ambassadors and work on the program a bit, and I can just back up everything that Josh is saying. Some key themes: mentorship and community. It's really important to kind of establish that community now, to find your mentors, and to really explore using a lot of the different tools, Power Platform, as well as Azure, which was covered a little bit earlier, and get access to some great learning resources through the Student Ambassador Program. So also always want to plug Imagine Cup, and I believe this past year we actually had a team in the final rounds from Kenya, which was really amazing to see as we try and get more participation from the continent. So just before we kind of transition to our next session, we did get a question from Media TV, and the question was really around: is there a program similar to the Student Ambassador Program but for non-students? And so really the closest program to that is going to be the MVP program. And so that's for, kind of Microsoft experts that have kind of built their own community and built an expertise. And they're kind of engaged by this program by Microsoft, and they have opportunities to speak with some of our partners to gain access to, product developments and information on future releases. It's a really great program for those kind of professionals that want to stay close to Microsoft and use their influence to spread the Microsoft mission to within their networks. So with that, we were going to take a quick break, but since we're a little bit pressed for time, we are going to also, I'm just getting a note popping up. We also have some recent Azure heroes. And so this is going to be going up soon, and you can kind of find more information about that as we share, some of the information after the event today.